Hey everybody, welcome back to Banished once again. We are in late autumn of year 12, and we are rocking and rolling. The last episode we were able to fix our little population situation, at least for the time being, but I think we do to good. Our food has taken a little bit of a hit, but I think we're okay. But that being said, we probably are going to want to look into setting up a farm. Now, annoyingly, this layout isn't great for farms because there's a lot of mountains and everything. And we have we may need to move things around a bit. Because we don't want to encroach on other territories. Now, the herbalist, though, I cannot remember if the herbalist... I think the herbalist needs to be in an area where there's old growth. And I think... Can we take a look-see-loo? Yeah. Let's check out the buildings and construction. Okay, maybe not. Okay, no, that's not what we wanted. Town services, production, resource production, herbalists. An herbalist will search the forest around an herbalist building for herbs that can be used for medicinal purposes. Ah, there we go, yes. Okay, so the herbalist needs to be in older forests, at the base of old trees. Good. We know that now. That is good information to have. So we don't want to infringe really on here. Now, the gatherer's hut, we can play around with that. We have some leeway there. So the gatherer's hut could have probably actually been placed along with the forester lodge. But then again, you run into the problem of excuse me. You run into the problem of or reducing the amount of resources you can gather because it's all being taken up by buildings. And the reserve of firewood is low. Well, that's not ideal. We are probably going to want another woodcutter because they can only produce so much. Like, let's take the... Although, that being said, he produced 548 so far this season. That's pretty substantial. I'm going to knock the fuel up to 1,000 now. I think that's going to be a good... Because he'll just produce and produce and produce, right? Which means we will have plenty of firewood. And winter's almost over. We're about to enter early spring of year 13. Can you guys believe we've made it 13 years so far? I mean, we did have a small crisis there. I mean, just last year in game, because I did not put enough houses down quickly enough, so we weren't getting babies, but we've rectified that. And now we're continuing. With this current setup, though, I think we won't have to expand now for a little bit. I think we'll be good for a decent amount of time. We'll see, though. We'll see how things go. Poor Tian is still trucking it on his own, just wondering whence again he can be with his one true love, Perle, who has gone to the great beyond in a blaze of glory. She went out. It was a bit of a hunting accident, but we don't like to talk about that. So, and I think that does happen in this game. I think people can die by accident, basically. Like, it doesn't say, like, was horribly... But they can, especially, like, the miners. The death rate is really high for miners, because I think there can be collapses. So then, not only do you lose miners, but you can lose multiple at once, which is terrible. But, I mean, again... part of life. Part of being a miner, I suppose. Anyone that's a miner can probably understand. Right, we have some stuff here we want to get out of here. So we'll get that, and then we'll also get that. That way the foresters can focus on producing wood. Look at all the new little trees they got growing in here already. I mean, man, talk about filling in that area, because I love how thick the forest gets around the Forester's Lodge. It's just satisfying. I like trees. I like trees in nature. So for me, not just clearing out these swaths of land is very satisfying. Maybe I'm the only weirdo that thinks that way, but I would like to think not. Oh, and Randler has become... Oh, rip to Sandus. You are my favorite hunter, to Sandus. I'm sad to see you go. But Randler, who is now educated, has taken her spot. And that means he should... Now, theoretically, he should produce more. We'll see if that actually happens, but I'm pretty sure that's in there. Like, they produce a certain percentage more. I mean, it makes sense, right? So why not? I could be making it up, though. Maybe? I hope not. Anyway. Alright, so we need to find a good spot for a farm. Something that's not too far away, and I'm thinking it might have to be up in here. Because all this spot, with all the mountains, it's just, you can't. But if we do that, we may be able to get... See, what we can do is move this up. Like, what's in here? Oh, there's quite a bit in there. What we can do is build another one right on the outside of the ring here. Like, basically right across from the gatherer's hut here. Because we're going to lower our dependence on the gatherer's hut and possibly get rid of it, although it is a good source of food because you can have shortages with the crops and whatnot. But we'll probably just end up moving it and placing a new storage barn here. We'll tear this one down because the market can reach this one. Although yeah, that's not putting it too far out of the way for these guys. It's actually, if anything, it's not closer, but it's not like way out of the way. Yeah, so let's do that. You know what? We're gonna start working on clearing all these resources. We're just gonna clear everything. And I know there's a... Okay, remove resources. So we're just gonna clear out a swath of land here. Let's do a 40... actually 30 by 30 maybe. Yeah, because we want room for houses and everything, and we want a nice big farm. That way we only need one to really service us. It looks like, yep, we cleared all the iron and everything out of the way, so now the Forester Lodge over here should be nice and clear, so they should start producing lots and lots of wood soon. Yeah, see, now they won't focus on this iron and stone. They'll only produce logs. And we should get production numbers like this one out here, which isn't great, but oh well. Maybe that'll change. Might be partly due to the fact that it is rather full. There's a lot of logs in there, so there's that. Oh wow, look, another trader. This is unusual. I've never experienced traders coming quite this frequently. Usually I have like these, but that also might be because in previous playthroughs I've done of this game, I've forgotten to dismiss them. Oh, is this the same guy? Oh no. But nonetheless, we can get coal, iron, stone. We shouldn't need tools, at least not yet. It might get to a point. Oh look, we've had another student become an adult and start working, which is wonderful. And we've also had a new child born. So now we have 4 children. Great. Firewood, not important. Okay, we don't need anything else right now. We don't need coal. Dismiss. Now coal is a better fuel source, which I think it becomes a little more important later in the game. But right now we don't need to worry about it. Maybe we want to, because I believe, if I recall correctly, that it burns for longer and keeps the citizens warmer during the winter and stuff. So we probably don't need to worry about it right now, is what I'm getting at. And we can just focus on getting a farm up and making everyone happy by producing food for them now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Look at all these little busy bees go to work. It's great, isn't it? They're just working their little pants off, taking down trees, pulling up stones and mining iron straight from the ground with their bare hands and just showing us all how it's done. Because they can. Oh, happiness has taken a bit more of a dip. And I do believe that's probably because of recent deaths and everything. And we are going to see more deaths here soon. Like, poor Tian. He's been going on for at least 5 years now without good old Perle, who of course died in that hunting accident that we don't speak of. It's alright, Tian. If you decide to go, I don't blame you. Just let it be peacefully. That's all I want for you. Is it peaceful passing? That's all you could hope for anyone, right? Painless, peaceful passing. Not like Perle. Perle was anything but there's a bear, an arrow, and just a whole bunch of horrible shit that went on. But we don't like to talk about that. It still stings. We're doing pretty well. We had some herbs and stuff gathering up, but now we do not. Do they only collect during a certain... We may need to look into getting another herbalist somewhere. Just because these guys, I mean, that's not the best production numbers. Oh, Hadicus. Hadicus. You simple being. We'll miss you, Hadicus, you big bastard. We'll never forget you. And nor will we forget the fact that, wait, it says Garvey has replaced Hadicus, but that I don't see Garvey here, so they must have switched real quick, which is nice. God, I love that feature about the AI. Smart, intuitive AI that know what they're doing. They don't play any bullshit games. They're like, yo, this needs to be done. I'm gonna go do it. Ain't no one gonna tell me any other way. And good old Frank Sinatra can come in telling everyone how they did it their way. Because that's what Mr. Sinatra is all about, right? Doing it his way. Living his life his way. Ain't no one gonna tell him what's what. He's gonna make his own decisions, his own mistakes. The reserves of firewood are low, but it's okay. They're not dipping too low, but we are definitely going to need to invest in another woodcutter here soon, and we're gonna put them right over here, right across from the hunting cabin, because that'll put them right next to that, and before you know it, we'll be flush. Just oh, Harmon, no. Arabella, what are you gonna do now? Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. It's okay. Tian is just hanging on, though. Holy crap. You know what, Tian? I hope you live to be 100. You are a fighter, my friend. Tian does just not give up. And you know what? We need that in this community. We need that in our citizens. We need that just strength and power. Also, he's still producing, and we don't have any other people to take his position. So keep going, Tian. Hopefully we get some more students here. We might see a little dip in the working population, which of course is going to dip our resources because the production's going to dip. But at the same time, I think we're set up enough in some areas where we could stop some production and be okay with it. Like the clothes and stuff. Oh man. Websterlin and Darney. Oh shit. Well, that wasn't ideal, but so these next 4 children will just go straight to being workers. Not the worst, not the best, but I mean, it is what it is. But this is a bit of a pickle, and we'll have to figure out how to get out of this pickle in the next episode, because that is all the time we have for today. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay frosty.